Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday night's Messages of Love from Agov, or Saturday morning, depending on where you're at in the world. So good to have you guys here. Before we get started, let me get my desktop all set up as per usual. And welcome to your weekend, if you guys have a weekend. All right. I think that is good there. We are live there. All right. And let's see here. Yep, YouTube. It also says I'm live, so it must be true. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Good to see everyone. All right. So, before we get into things, let us send some love out to the world. Let me grab my singing bowl up here. And, of course, whether you're watching live or on replay, we can join together outside of space and time and send beautiful love energy out to the world, and we'll bring it into the readings as well. So if you'd like to join me, I'm going to take a big deep breath and just come back to right here, right now, and letting the outside world fall away. Beautiful. And as I hit the singing bowl, hit it like 3 times, and we just let the love fall down into us like a singing bowl, fill us up, and flow out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Put the singing bowl up here, and let me get the mallet over here too. I'll just get it out of the way here. Good evening. Hello. Thank you guys for being here, and just love feeling everyone's energy. So thank you guys so much for being here. Before we get into the readings, I just want to make sure everyone knows all the free things that are available. Because of donations and my monthly YouTube subscribers, anyone that purchases any of my other services that are listed in the description box, they will help me live my life, my dream here, and especially my host, that allows me to live in the cellar down here. I'm the basement elf, allows me to live here as well. So I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful. So thank you guys. So some of the things that I do, every week I have a pick a card. This week's is a new moon alert for Gemini new moon. That was yesterday. Still can use the wishes, and this tells you about how to make the most of your new moon wishes. So 2 weeks from now, we'll have the pick a card for the full moon. So it's every other week. We have new moon, full moon energies. And then once a month, we have when the sun goes into a different zodiac sign, I have a pick a card for that. And birthday bonus reading for all the sun babies in that sign. So check that out, because it gives you a 3-month forecast. So all you Geminis, even your Tauruses, even back to your Aries, you still have be able to use that information. And then the other one, I have a meditation that we do where we go on a pilgrimage to some sort of, we've been going through all the chakras the last 7 months of the earth. And so be sure to check those out too. Those are, there's playlists for all those listed in the description box. And then also, in addition to that, I have a weekly podcast called From Chaos to Cozy, which is all about our journey from, we come from cozy down to chaos. And then this is about my journey back to cozy and providing information that spirit has provided me, and even some new stuff that gets added as I'm channeling and putting the messages, getting ready. So if you're interested, there's the newest one, which was the emotional shadow. The playlist is there, and the new one will come out on Sunday. And then I started up doing monthlies again. So if you haven't checked out your monthlies, whoops, there it goes. Mouse went wild for a sec. Here's the playlist for the June monthlies. If you're any of my YouTube channel members, which we got Johanna here. Hello, Johanna, and Patty. Hello, Patty. So I've got two of my YouTube channel members. You'll see their names in green with their little badges too. You get advanced access. July is already out. What? I know. I'm getting ahead of stuff, catching up. So you have advanced access to those. And then also, I'm putting out solstice relationship readings that has an overall message for everyone in the zodiac that has that energy in their chart somewhere. But also, we split it out by single and looking, the married and in a relationship, and then the happy hermits, can't forget us. There's also that for that. And so I'm almost, I think I've got 8 out of the 12 done, but those will be out on the 14th for the July for everyone and the 20th for the solstice for everyone. But if you're one of my Zen Cricket or my Praying Mantis members, you get advanced access to all that. Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. In addition, get all that access in advance. Wednesday nights, I have a cozy chat for an hour, which all the Zen Cricket also have access to. We talk about all things cozy or chaos in the podcast. And then on Thursday nights, my Praying Mantis members, they get everything a Zen Cricket gets, and then it's the next level up. They have a 2-hour Q&A on Thursdays, and then on the weekends, I'm on 5 times providing free readings. And after each one of these sessions, I have an hour with my Praying Mantis members too. So if you're interested in any of that, it's all down in the description box. And the June monthlies, the monthly ones actually have like a astrological Zenergy in the beginning that talks about the overall kind of astrological influences for the month that Spirit wanted me to mention. And so you get a little forecast there. And then I actually do put out some astrological Zenergy separate videos, which here we've got here's the one that I just put out about a week ago, which is the Neptune and Chiron retrogrades and this launch time that's coming in that we're in right now. That's when all of our inner planets, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, they're the ones the closest to the Earth within the asteroid belt. When those are direct, it's a good time to launch things. And so we're in that right now. And then we, when they go into retrograde, we have until like, I think July 17th is when we start going to the Mercury pre-shadow for the retrograde. So it's like, whoops, stop launching. It's going to become difficult in that. So I talk about all that in that video, if you want to check that out. And then here's the playlist for all astrological things that are of astrological energy. It's just how we can maintain our Zen while riding the waves. So that's why it's called that. All right. Hey, everybody. Hello, hello. Madam Bird, hello. Alice, Sean, G, everybody. Hello. Hey, Brave fan. Cool. I did get your PayPal request there, Brave fan. So we will get into there. All right. So that's a lot of the free stuff. And then there's a bunch of other stuff on my main page if you want to check it out as well. But let's get into it. If you are new to these readings or new to this channel, welcome. We got wonderful people, and thank you for all of my return individuals too. I appreciate you guys so much. Um, the How the free readings work, I go down in order, first come, first serve down the chat. The chat is the list. There's no specialist. You just put your question out there, and if you don't want to put your business out there, then can ask for a general reading, and Spirit knows what you're wanting, and we'll pull cards for that. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that, and I prioritize those readings, step out of the free readings, dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards, which you'll see. And then once I'm done, I return back to the free readings and make my way down the list. I do generally, unless something keeps me from doing it, if I don't complete all the free readings in the session, I do come back and complete them all sometime. So after I complete my time with my, um, you know, praying mantis. Meow. 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 Do you hear a cat? All right. So let us get into it here, and we'll start with the top. All right. Oh yeah, you're up first, Johanna. so so thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like. And happy Friday evening to you. You're so funny. Mm-hmm. Meow. 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 All right. So everything looks good here. I think yeah, all right. Very good. So I'm gonna use the Light Seers Tarot. I've got one card shy of two decks, and I put them all together in a giant stack. And I'm going to split them into three and shuffle them intermittently. Here is the Delio, and then we're going to pull cards from these. So, oh, there is a kitty there. I was like, what is that? It's a little black cat. Meow. So you feel like vibes have transformed with you and Jay. What are they? Oh, all right. Let's take a look here. So what has transformed between you and Jay? My drinks out of the way here. All right. Okay. Let's see what else. All right. All right. Let us see what is happening here. All right. A bit of energy change for sure here. So you got the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So there has been some clarity, seeing things from some different perspectives that are coming in here. The first card that came out is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is, it's this, I mean, it's obviously energy, the wand suit, it's movement, it's planning, but it's controlled energy, it's controlled passion, it's controlled attraction. And, we have the Queen of Swords, which the Queen of Swords is, balance between head and heart. And it is this energy of like being seen as someone who's very compatible. So something has clicked, where things are changing, and they do see things differently here. But we have all this balancing energy with the Queen of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles came out. Both of these are about balance and cycle, and it just feels like something is clicking in their head, but um, something's triggered their energy, like their passion energy. And we've got the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. So there's a lot of, like the 10 of Wands is a lot of energy and a bit overwhelming energy. And the 5 of Wands is a transformation of energy from lower to higher, from something fearful to something more loving. So it does feel like there's this, I mean, there's a lot of Wands energy here with the king being there. and then the 10 and the 5, but there's this balancing that, has come in here. So it's very interesting, you know. Underneath the Ace of Swords, we've got the Six of Swords too, which is leaving behind old ways of thinking, moving into new ways, moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. So it does feel like there's it's like the Tin Man. I'm starting to hear clink, 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 clink. Things are starting to kind of turn. Oh yeah, and then here on the bottom of the deck too, we got the wheels. The wheels are starting to turn. The cranks are starting to turn in their head a little bit. So definitely something has spawned some energy in their life here that it has this thinking, this you know, I don't know, it's just triggered them to reflect on things. So they could have seen something in the outside world. Could be a combination of that and any kind of astrological energy for him too. That's just kind of sparked something within them to make them think about things. It's almost like they got cattle prodded by their spirit guide. "Bzz, oh, what?" And they're like, "Pay attention." And so I do feel a little bit of that switching around, but it is controlled passion. They don't tend to. Doesn't feel like they well, they act on it very fast, right? Oh, he was hit by a car. Well, that could do it, right? Their life passed before their eyes, so that makes sense. Yeah. So, but it does definitely, that's a wake up call, right? You're like, what if I died? What if it wouldn't have been a little hit? What if it would have been like a took me out? And it makes them reevaluate life. So that makes sense, and it does make sense with this surging energy and the transformation of things. Maybe that's what yeah, and almost hit by lightning. He was hit by a car. Someone's trying to take you out. Do you guys have jealous exes? I don't know. You're like, not unless it was a lightning god. But so I like that. It does feel very, you know, um, like things are changing, and it just feels like they're not enough to where they're acting on something yet. But it does feel like there's a lot of energy that's transforming and changing, and they're altering where they're in focusing in on things too. So that's interesting. So that's what they have for you. Hopefully that makes sense for right now. So we shall see what he does with all that. All right. And so thank you again for your donation there, Johanna. I appreciate that. Okay. And then we have Jeep. So we've got Jeep and then Swaroop Bobby and then Nelia and then Jeep and then Nelia and then we do have, let's see, time wise. Then we have Brave Fan, and then we have Nelia, and then back to Shanji, and then Shanji again. So thank you guys so much. So that's the where we're going to be going down there, just in case anyone doesn't see everything there. All right, so Jeep, you are up next. Let's give your first one some love and a like here. And you want to know about your investments next week. All right, let's take a look here, of course. Disclaimer, I ain't no financial advisor professional. The disclaimer talks all about, um, tarot's designed for entertainment purposes, and everyone should seek professionals, medical, financial, lawyer, legal, counselors, whatever. Um, and ultimately, everyone makes their own decisions on their own. Disclaimer made. All right. So let's take a look here. What do we got coming in here? Okay, what else? All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we've got a steadiness here with the Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So overall, feels like things kind of hold out and kind of stay steady. We like that. I feel like there's a caution here not to act quickly or rashly with the Eight of Wands because it does end up with disappointment. So Try not to, go, well, let me just do this. And then, because you'll end up it not turning out and it'll be a disappointment with that coming in there. Um, I do feel like we have the Hierophant. So for upcoming, um, you know, we've got the Hierophant, which is about capital T truths, see things from a higher perspective. There's some unknown things that will be coming up that will bring in some activity and positive activity, I feel. Um, but not you wanted just for this next week, right? Is what I was feeling. Is that right? Let me just make sure. Yeah, for next week. So next week, I feel like just let things ride next week. But after that, there's going to be some nice things that come out. So it's like it's worth waiting. Just give it a patient, um, a little bit of patience next week with that. So I feel like it's important for that. Yeah, even under the Four of Pentacles, we've got the Hermit card, which is kind of hold back, stay back. Underneath that, you got the Four of Cups, emotional stability. So it's like stable. It's stable next week. So let it stay and let it ride. Let it ride. And then I feel like the week after that is when there's some changes that come seemingly out of nowhere with the Moon card there. But that Page of Wands, it feels like it's positive activity because it's like, wow, yeah, it's upgraded, it's higher. So I feel like the week after that, you'll see a switch and a change with all that. Yeah, yeah, and more for like the next couple weeks in June. Just like next week, it just feels like it's like kind of just, and then the week 2 weeks after that, I feel like it just kind of have some good, sudden jumps, and you're like, whoa, where did that come from? And I like that for you. So that is what's coming in for that one. So thank you for that donation. I appreciate that. And we'll be to your other question here momentarily. And then Swaroot Bobby. Hello, hello. So let's give you some love and a like. Thank you for that donation. And love message cards. Actually, I grabbed some of those. I've got Lover Oracle there. You want to know what this person Manny wants to say to you. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what these messages are here. So what, oh what, oh what. All right. What is going on in their head here? All right, so I think it's it here. Sorry. It's this isn't for your reading, but but on the bottom of the deck, it's like I cry at night, and the way they read it in my head, your spirit guides, it was like you know, it was more like from a comedy than from reality. So um so that was funny. So let's take a look here and see what we got coming in here. The real messages. I cry at night. All right. Yeah. So they don't want to be alone. So that's a good um a good honest declaration, though, you know, I we'll see what else comes in here. I appreciate people don't want to be alone, but I don't want to be like, I don't be alone. You'll do, like get a cat, get a dog. Yeah. And so there's this fear of being alone here coming in. Let's see what else we hear. Yeah. I've got some underlying fears of not being able, and this is this fear with all these three combined is I don't want to be alone. I'm afraid I'd lose people. I'm afraid I can't make someone happy. And, so they've got some um, challenges going on here, and these are very honest, vulnerable things. If they could tell you this without, it's like their higher self will bust them out to you, and they're saying this is where they're coming from, right? And they don't know. They're trying to figure out. I feel like they're going through, why do I feel this way? I don't understand why I feel this, this overwhelmingness. Yeah, it's all too much. So this fear of I don't want to be alone, but I don't want to lose someone and feel the pain of losing someone because I can't make them happy. Why do I feel this way? It's overwhelming. I can't do this. I don't feel like they cry at night. That's not wasn't their message. But I just feel like they've got this energy that's around them of this fear of being abandoned. And it makes sense that, it probably goes back to when they were 7 years old and younger, I feel, where they felt they could never meet up to the standards of I feel like it's like mom, because I don't know if I feel like dad was kind of uninvolved in their life a bit there. And, there's this, just this, need for them to face these things eventually, and they will. I'm just gonna pull a couple cards here, but I just feel like they're really challenged in their. It feels overwhelming because on one hand they're afraid, yeah. On one hand they have the lack of, um, you know, feeling like they're going to be abandoned. This is the abandonment, left behind, left out in the cold card, and they've got the Six of Pentacles, which is this codependent awareness around them too, which is they have this high bar of how much they have to give in order to receive very little, right? It's way out of balance because they gave so much when they were young and they only got a little bit back and they didn't know any better. And that's bubbling below the surface. And that's what they're looking at. That's what they're ruling in. It's running on autopilot. And that's what their life is run off of is I have to give so much to give so little. And there's these force fields up that keep love and abundance and things away because their inner child rules over that and they're like, nope, you don't deserve that yet. And then the mind is involved going, and if you get it, they're just gonna run away anyway. Oh god, but they have a lot of passion, with the King of Wands. So they do have a lot of passion, a lot of desire. They just don't they're very regimented, they're very controlled in expressing their passions as well, because they're like, why get all excited and do that when they're just going to leave, um so I feel like that they're going through some stuff. I mean, quite honestly, it just feels like they're trying to figure things out and it feels a bit overwhelming. So that's what's coming in there right now, um for you, Swoop Bobby. So it seems like they need a lot of love for sure. All right. So that is what they have for you. We just send him a lot of love. I know we've all been through these fears. It's definitely a difficult uh, challenge, right? It's like going through a jungle that you have to cut through every foot to get through it, right? All right. So hang in there and thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, Nelia, you are up. So we got the puppy dog and your first donation. Thank you so much. And let's take a look here. So right after here, so that's your free reading up there. Okay. So your future soulmate, true love, is he older or younger? What does he look like? Tall, white, dark, skin, etc., or any other description? All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, and it's a scavenger hunt, so we'll take what we can get, right? Because they'll give us little tidbits. They don't want to give us the full picture because we like the journey, the trying to find out things, right? So let's find out first here. Is he older or younger? Let's take a look here. All right. Well, so you've got the 10 of Pentacles. So here is the relationship, that's the ideal relationship. The 3 of Wands, though, is an off ramp from the norm. So whatever is your normal preference, like if you like, well, I prefer them being older, they're going to be younger. Or if you prefer younger, they're going to be older. Or if you're like, "I don't care," they're gonna be your age. Because there's 3 wands, right? So, whatever is the opposite of what you normally do, it's because it's off the beaten path from the norm there. So I like that. Let's see what else. What about his looks? What does he look like? What can you tell us about, what they are here? Alright, look at all these swords. A big thinker. So they definitely, have a lot of, I mean, they got all these swords that are here. The first one that stands out to me is the Eight of Swords. So I do feel like they are nice looking because I feel like they not that they like looking at themselves in the mirror, but I feel like they're okay, they're like, "Yeah, look at you," you know. But also I feel like they're gonna be um not an exact mirror reflection of you, of course, but a mirror of you. So, I just feel like with this, you know, that is, so like your height, your skin color, your hair color. I feel like it's very similar, except of course, um, whatever your preference is. It's like, wow, okay, so I like that. There's, we've got the Six of Swords and the Nine of Swords that come in here too. And this is all about movement, like letting go of your fears, allowing, letting go of the old ways, the new ways, moving into new ways of thinking. So that's why I feel like they're going to be a bit, um, like different. So you're like, oh, okay, I'm, uh, I'm used to, I like this type of person with this and this height and whatever. And you're like, well, you're not who I'd normally pick, but boom, boom. That's the difference is that they're so unique and different from your norm, but there's just something about it all that just really makes it feel so full. Like you said, the Ten of Pentacles, it makes your life feel like it has everything in it. And I like that. So it's stepping away from the fears and the changing of thinking. And that Three of Wands is it's off the beaten trail from your norm for sure. And you're just like, what? And I feel like the people who know you that have known like your type before, they're just like, Really? I wouldn't have guessed." And but it's like so perfect. It's just it just fits like a glove. It just is wonderful. So that's what's coming in there for you for right now, Nelia, for that one. So many blessings for you. I'm excited. um, so that is great. There, you can even wear their clothes. You're like, all right, I can wear their shirts. Yeah. All right. So, and then I see you have a few more. So we'll be to those here in a moment. And we're bouncing back to Jeep. So thank you, Jeep, for your second donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. And you like a general for the rest of this month. All right. So let's take a look here. So a general for the rest of this month. What else? Good to know, right? Do you have one, and then come on. I do want that one right there. And the top one too. All right. All right. Well, I feel like we know this piece already. We know that you're kind of stepping into an emperor energy where you're really looking at what you're wanting to decide to do and action. So much of what unfolds is about how much energy you invest. Like I'm making a change. I'm doing this. This is what I want to invest in. This is the energy I'm going to put into it. And that's what brings in this energy, right? So it's so much about what you decide and what you're going to move forward on, because it could be a big month. Yeah, because it's the Nine of Wands, so it's you stepping into your power, and you can see here. Let me see, switch sides. You can see here with this Ace of Wands here. Well, maybe if I put it closer, that's our Ace of Wands, and see how it's part of the block that we have in things and in life. All she has to do is lift that up, and that falls apart, right? And this is what part of this energy for this month is that you take, your um power, right? You step into, I'm going to choose. And this is that emperor energy. I'm going to choose. And and then walls fall, and then flow starts to happen, and energy start to go places. And so I like that energy coming in here, because it is you grasping on to your energy and your authority. And it's like that intention energy. I'm stepping forward like Moses in the old movies, right? If you ever watched it with Charlton Heston, he had his staff, and when they stepped the toe into the Red Sea or the Dead Sea or whatever sea it was, then the waters parted, right? And that's what's happening here, is that you're getting hold of your power, and you're stepping forward. And as you do, you feel the change, you feel the waters part, and then things are able to move forward. Yeah. This way. And you have the judgment card here, is your higher self calling you to a higher place. And so you feel this draw, you feel this nudge. The justice card is that Ace of Swords. You are seeing the reflection. You're seeing what it is you want. And there's a lot of clarity that happens this month as you decide, okay, what is of my old fears, my old ways of thinking, my supposed to and should and need to and have to and must and blah, 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 right? That's in fear. And well, this is what everyone is supposed to do. Boring. It's like, but what does my heart want? What do I want? What am I being drawn to? Seeing things from a higher perspective and clarity about what is of upbringing and the world and opinion, and what is of what you desire and what you want for your life. And I feel you're getting to that point in your life. You're just like, why am I existing? Right. And this is a big month for that. Yeah. So, as I was saying, the magician, that's what this Nine of Wands is like. It's the manifestation. It's, taking the magic wand and creating. And whatever we focus on that's that intention. That's that like attracts like. Whatever we focus our energy on is what moves forward and goes that direction. So I like that. Yeah, it's such a great opportunity. You got a great, world card is celebration and victory, but also an ending of a major cycle, beginning of new adventures. So a lot of ignited, a lot of freedom, a lot of opening that comes in here for this month. I just feel like June's going to be huge. It has a great opportunity to be huge. And with the Four of Wands, joy, celebration again. But there's also this gatherings, weddings, whatever, it's like a gathering of people. Is it this month you're going to with your family? It just feels like a gathering, and a joyful gathering too. That's coming in here. The end of June. Okay. Yeah. So there is this, the joy in the gathering, and the feeling of happiness and joy. So I like it. And again, I just feel like things are going to be so different when you meet your family. Because I just feel like you've been dealing with so much on the inside, and looking at life differently, that they're going to see that in you too. So I like that. So that's the tidbit that they have for you right now for that. So thank you for that donation. I greatly appreciate that. And then we are to Nelia, number 2, the sunglass, the the super cool emoji. So thank you for your additional donation. All right. And this is about the fur babies. So Chai and Misto. Do they like each other? What do they think about each other? Misto gets so jealous all the time, right? uh, I hear you. I hear you. So let's take a look here. So here is Chai, and here is Misto. And I feel like that's just important. Okay. All right. So, so let's take a look here. So we got Chai. Yeah, Chai seems to be like energetic and more feisty. It feels like here. It feels like they're um, I don't know, with the Page of Pentacles, it feels like they're pretty grounded, and so I feel like they're, um, it's not like, how sometimes you can have a chihuahua that's out of control. If you ever see them on Instagram where they're like, yeah, they're petting their dog and they're all and they're just like, because that's the way they are all the time. That's not this. This is like they're well behaved. It seems like, but also you know, they're this um very energetic too. Like if they get riled up, you're like, oh my god, there they go. And so I feel like Misto looks and is like, calm down. I don't know, is Misto older? I don't know. I just kind of feel energy. Um, Misto, they feel like they're part of a group here, and I feel like they might feel like they're the head, of the pack. I feel like they might feel like I'm the alpha, and how dare you guys act differently? There's that's a kind of energy. I feel like they feel like we're a group, we're a pack, and that's why they're. I don't know if it's jealousy. It's. I feel like it's. Wait a minute, this isn't the pecking order. I'm first. It's not jealousy. It's like it's the rules. Hey, wait a minute. Alpha, then beta. You're beta. I'm alpha. I get first. Don't we know this? And I feel like there's that energy coming in here. And then yeah, I feel like here, here's two more cards for Misto, which again, here she feels like they feel like they're the queen and they're pretty laid back. I feel like they're pretty reserved with this hanged man. So that makes sense too about, calm down. I feel like they're working it out. In the Knight of Pentacles, it might just take them a little bit of time. Over time, you'll see them get more and more and more and more, buddy, buddy, buddy. But I just feel like I don't how long have they been? Has it been a while? Because I feel like they're working out the pecking order a little bit when it comes to those there. So I feel like that is what is coming in there. Animals don't think as much as we do. Like we project a lot of personality onto animals that's not there. We miss project it and go, oh, like I have a lot of friends that'll be like, "Oh, my dog's so upset that we're moving and I have anxiety." And I'm like, they're picking up on your anxiety. They don't have their own. They're picking up going, "What are you fearing?" And so they're fearing because they sense your fear. You're the master. They're like, "You're the alpha, but you're scared. So what's going on? What's happening?" But if we're calm, they're calm. And I can see it all the time with my host and her dog. It's like she's not feeling good, they're mopey. She's feeling better, they're hyper. And so they really relate a lot to our energy with that too. So interesting. But the animals, the soul of animals, which is it's a soul just like us, except when we're in animals and we experience being an animal, we're more like a passenger that grabs the wheel every once in a while. um, we're more or less by instinct, and that's why the pack mentality. And if an animal feels they're the alpha, then that's when they act jealous because they feel like, oh, I'm the alpha, you you're part of my pack, and I should get your attention before that. It's like I should eat first, then the others eat, and that type of energy. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. So that's what they have for that one, Nelia. So thank you again for your donation for that. Many blessings to you. Let me see here. All right. And then we'll be back to yours in a moment, but I do have Braves fan on the PayPal. So thank you for your donation there. And do we have the question on there? Oh, question is up about 3 people. Thank you. Thanks for the directions because I was like, "Where's it at?" There it is. So, you feel that you're going into your cocoon. Is this a healthy thing for you to do, or are you just running away? Good question. If bruddaZEN answered, he's like, "Cocoon all the way, because 'cause I'm a hermit." Let's take a look here and see what spirit says. That can be different. So, you're going into your cocoon. Is it? All right. Okay, and okay, and okay. Um, yeah, it's healthy for you. Um, because you actually got one of the cards here that's about progression and that. So I like that. At first I'm all, you're running away. No, you're not running away, you're running towards something. See here, they're the Knight of Swords. They're on a quest for higher knowledge and higher awareness, and they're headed off to the motorcycle, following the guidance of spirit up here. So I do feel like this is, from spirit, where you're being drawn into and going in there. You have 3, 2, 1 cards, which is a countdown going into the cocoon. So I see that here. And I feel like you're processing a change here. The Tower card is jumping out to me first, which is, of course, something suddenly changing in your life, something suddenly being removed. And if we can get it to focus, this is filled with butterflies. So when we're talking of cocoon, there's all these butterflies in there. And then here's the the cocoon is designed here. It's going to give you time to focus in on your energy and your power. And this is the black cat. She's connecting to spirit, and the page of swords, which is new information, new clarity, and of this change too with the tower. It's given you some perspectives of the changes that had happened and maybe some fears about things suddenly being removed. But it's a good. Um, it is meant to be because you're switching your mentality because all 3 of the 3 2 1s have a you have the 5 of swords, which is the battle between the head and the heart, inner, mental conflict, and the 8 of pentacles is one of my, like, cocoons where you're doing the work and you're transforming so that you can, be the butterfly and go distances and go to different places. And your final card is actually the Justice card, which here's the Ace of Swords, the balancing of higher truth and small t truth, and here's that reflection. So definitely the cocoon, you're being drawn in by spirit, you're being guided in there, and because you're going to be reviewing some, going to get some great information from spirit from a high level perspective on some small t truths that bubble up, show you why, where did this come from? Why do I fear this? What's at the root of this? And you get a lot of that clarity that comes in that allows movement to happen here. The Eight of Pentacles shows that you're going to be doing some significant good, transformative changes. Whoops, in how you see things. Good thing I didn't hit a different button. Made me move my keyboard over. It's like this screen popped up. I'm like, bye, everybody. Pshoo. But I do see that this is for your highest experience, and it has been meant to be a cocoon period for you here. Doesn't mean you can't pop in and out of the cocoon, but you're definitely going to be like journaling and um, but it's about stepping into your power and questioning some fears. So I definitely see that supported there. Right. So that's what they have for you there, Braves fan. I feel like there's another card. What is it? Is it inner child card? Oh, okay. That makes sense. So let's because there's some journaling and some reflection with this. So let me grab this for you real quick. Yay. All right. What's this? Yeah. I feel like we had this one, but this is it's okay to be misunderstood. Perception is not always based on the truth. Got all this flood coming from the heavens down into the water there. And so the capital T truth is what you're gleaning here. It says to be misunderstood is to be human. We each have a story of when our words and actions were perceived in the wrong manner, don't we all? Every one of us experiences life through our own personal lens of fears, desires, beliefs, and pains, which often leads to miscommunication and misunderstanding. It can feel overwhelming when this occurs, as we derive a sense of safety from those around us being able to understand how we see the world. There's an acceptance exercise which says if you currently feel misunderstood, take some time today to practice inner safety within yourself. Cocoon. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Take deep breaths and speak words of safety over yourself now. Tell yourself that you are safe and that you are known and that everything will be okay in the end. Ask yourself if there are any affirmations or actions you can take that would help your inner child feel safe now. Remember that there are some things we might never be able to fully communicate to one another, and that is okay. The goal of this practice is not to make others understand, but to realize their misunderstandings of you is not a reflection of your worth. You are complete, regardless of how others perceive you. And then some responsive journaling prompts. Can ask yourself, how does it feel to your inner child to be misunderstood? How does your inner child feel when you practice inner safety? Ask your inner child if there is another way they might need to feel safe around misunderstandings. So I like those. So cocoon it is. All right. So that's what they have for you, Braves fan. Thank you again so much for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Okay, so we have Nelia coming up here with your wink, wink, wink. Then Sean G, and then Sean G again. And then we've got Infinity Jeep. And then we'll jump over to Charlene and Infinity, and then over to Maria. All right, so that's where we're at in the process here. So thank you guys for your patience as we're working our way down the list here. So we're down to the Winky Wink, Nelia. Thank you for that donation and for your uh, various stickers. All right, so here it is. Your backyard light shuts on and off all the time. Is it your late mom or a guardian angel? I ask it to stop sometimes and it doesn't listen. Drives you crazy. It's a light show at night. Let's take a look here. It's probably your mom. Well, you listen to me. I'm listening to you as much as you used to listen to me. Boom. That's funny. Let's take a look here. So, who is it? And what is the message here? Okay. Yeah. I imagine it's your mom. You have the Seven of Wands, which is, you know, you can. Does that even look like your mom? I just feel like that it's this. Um, the Seven of Wands is energy. Wands is energy and electricity and all of that coming in there. And I feel like there's this. Um, I shine bright. I am who I am. I don't apologize for who I am. I'm just going to be me. And I feel like they're being that way here. Now, and then even the star card with here's the light switch on and off, on and off. So I feel like there is this, this message that she's wanting to come here because we do have the magician energy that comes in here. And this is your power. This is what you're able to give here. You got the justice card too, which is about balancing of energy, reflection of energy, seeing yourself here. You got the Four of Cups to emotional stability, and the Page of Cups, higher love and higher energy. And I feel like they're just trying to get your attention to really show you your power and to show you what you can do. So, what's interesting is um, if you're wanting it to stop, we have all the power, uh, they will, we can be, okay, message received, but you can stop doing that. And it's not about, could you please stop doing that? It's like you own the energy in your home and around your property. You can just put like this, imagine like a little tiny bulb of light inside of you and just see it go and expand out all the way out to the edges of your property. And you can just say, whatever is of love can stay here. And but if you're going to stay here, you have to behave. And and then that and I always do that whenever I enter a new place where I'm living. And a funny quick story is I was in this old Victorian home converted into apartments, and I was way on like the fourth floor, the very top. And I went in there. I just do this, woof, and someone was at my came over at my apartment, and they told me later when they were leaving, they go, as soon as they went outside my door, they felt like something followed them all the way out, but it was outside my door, all the way out till they left the house. And then I moved down to a first floor that had its own entrance instead of having to go through those big doors and all those flights of stairs. And the owner of the things, she caught me outside and she was like, "Can I ask you a weird question?" I'm like, "Sure." She goes, "Do you believe in ghosts?" And I'm like, "Well, I believe in spirits. Absolutely. There's we have the spiritual world is very real." And she was like, "Did you ever have any trouble up in your apartment?" And I'm like, "No, but I always I always do like a hedge or a thing there." She goes, "Because the people up there, they said every time they come home from work, all the drawers are out, their cupboards are open, and all this kind of stuff." And I'm like, "See, that shows us that we have the power. We're the ones that control the energy of our environment, whether it's our mom, our angels, or whatever. We can ask them, say, can you show me your message a different way? That's driving me crazy." And if it continues to happen after you do that, then get an electrician to check out the circuit. But give that a try and see if that helps you out there. All right, so that's what they have for that one. So thank you again for your multiple donations. I really appreciate those. All right, and then Sean G, you are up, and this is your little beach emoji. Summertime, summertime. All right. And it looks like your question here is, are you going to get the job at the restaurant you want? All right, let me take a sip here. All right. So based on current energies, are you going to be getting it here? All right. All right. I definitely feel here with the bottom of the deck here, you have the star card. So this is like a dream come true. So if this is like a, is in alignment with what your dream would be, then that's very likely and very possible, is what I see with that. Two other cards you got here. You got the Page of Cups and the Five of Cups. So one of the things is be aware of your emotional energy, but you've got this great, you know, upgraded feeling of heightened emotion and happiness, and it feels excited that way. There's something with all of this though that, the 5 of cups, so you've got 2 cups here and you've the 2 of wands. This is emotional and energetic choice. And what I would say with all of these is our energy is what impacts us, so much of our lives and the possibilities that come forward, right? And so what I feel is coming in for this one, Sean, is that, if I focus in on I want, and or I fear, oh, I won't get it, my energy is going to push that away from me. And the wanting is like, I want to continue to want the job, and I can't want the job if I have it. So I have to continue to want the job by not getting it. Instead, if we change our energy to gratitude and unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, going, Creator, I would really love that job. I'm giving it to you, and I'm grateful that I can see myself doing the job. I can feel myself doing the job. I can, I'm going to take the actions and do everything I can to get the job myself, but I release it to you. And we're okay either way. I'm going to get it or not, but I'm grateful that you're going to allow me to get the job if it's for my highest experience. And you put this energy of gratitude, and then that helps draw it to us instead of ignite it and reject it and head it in the other direction. So hopefully that makes sense. Hey, Sean. Hello, hello. That was your second question? Where's your first question? Is it up here? Zip, 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 zip. Oh, is that the one way up there? Is S going to take the time to get to know you? Let me just look down here real quick here too. Okay, yeah. Okay. So that was, yeah, that was way up there, so I didn't see that one, sorry. So that will be your second question. So that, was the first one, and then your second one's right here anyway, so let's do that one then. We'll do it out of order. So your one way up here, let me just read it again, is S going to take the time to get to know you? All right, let's take a look here. All right, is S going to take the time to get to know you? Getting to know you. Blah, 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 blah. It's an old song, I think, somewhere. All right, let's take a look here. Are they going to take the time to get to know you? Well, are they? Do they even know themselves? The bottom of the deck, we've got this strength card, which is about, this is their human self and their higher self. I feel like they're really trying to get to know themselves with that energy because it felt very Leo, lower vibrational Leo energy. Me, my. It's all about me. I got to get to know me, get to know myself. And especially with this energy, I feel like, well, we'll just go through the story here because we've got the Emperor, which is Aries energy. Again, here's this fire energy, but lower vibrational Aries is, um, the adventure. Look, let's what am I going to do? What I'm going to do? And the Seven of Cups, emotional confusion and trying to figure things out. The Emperor, you know, is can have this energy of confusion, and especially with the Seven of Cups coming out there about what do I want to do? Who do I want to be? Where do I want to go? I don't know. I have all this advice, I have all this information, I'm trying to make a decision, but I'm overwhelmed because I don't want to make the wrong decision and get to know me. And I feel like this is a lot of this. I'm talking very fast because I feel like that's what's going inside their head. And, I'm like, I like this calm peace of mind. It's like, come on, bring this in. What's going on here? We need this information. We need this um, clarity of mind. Come on. We do have the Page of Swords, though, in between. And I like this because this is seeing things from a higher perspective, a gaining of clarity, a gaining of movement. So I feel like once they get to know themselves a little more here with whatever I feel like maybe they're going through, yeah, this like death and rebirth, this transformation in their life right now. And trying to get to know who they are, that because they can't give something to someone else, they can't have interest of getting to know someone else if they're not getting to know themselves, you know what I mean? So if we can't give it to us and we're not giving it to us, we don't have it to give to someone else. So it's like they're going through this first, and then bing, the light bulbs go off, literally, the light bulbs go off. And then I feel like they invest energy with the 10 of wands and to get to know the true authentic you, the 3 of pentacles. But I feel like it's going to be a little bit, I feel like they are, going through this whatever has up an upheaval in their life. It either happened in the physical world or it was emotional and energetic, that's kind of shaken things up in their life where they're trying to figure out, who am I? Yeah, even on the bottom of the deck, yeah, the 10 of swords and the 10 of pentacles. It's, what's all the expectations? What are all these supposed to be's and should be's? And who am I? What's happening here? You know, that type of energy there. Um, Timing, let me see, I have a time oracle here. Let me just see if they'll give us any information here. I mean, it has a lot to depend on what choice of they have of energy. So based on their current energy they're investing, which tomorrow they could double up and quadruple up or multiply the efforts by 10, which will change this, but yeah. July. So I feel like they're getting some good progress, and you'll see like a change of based on current energies, a change in July. So I like it. Boom, boom, boom. So that's what they have for that one, Sean. Geez, so thank you so much for your dual donations there. I really appreciate that. Let me see here. And then we've got, all right, making our way down there. So we've got up next. So we've got Infinity Jeep and then Charlene via the CashApp. All right. So your first one up here, Infinity. Hello, hello, with your little rose. And let's see here. And this is your first one down here, right? You don't have any up above. Let me just look up real quick. Don't think I saw any, but there we go. Yeah. All right. So Infinity. You're welcome, Sean. So is the training program I'm in going to lead to a permanent full-time job at the company I'm wanting before the end of the summer? All right. Let's see what we got here. Is it going to lead to a permanent position? All right. I feel here that as you're going through the training program, I feel like you you find a different direction with all this here. Because bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Cups, which they're bored with the stuff here. There's something else that's your dream come true over here that makes you feel more emotionally stable. Underneath that, you've got the major arcana for the Emperor, which is them, this energy of Aries energy of a new beginning, of deciding something and putting energy in a plan. And even under that, you have the Two of Wands, which is making plans and um, putting energy towards this. And even under that, you got the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. There's all this endings and beginnings that's underneath here. And this is why I have this. The Four of Cups is what initiated it. And then I saw the Emperor, and this other story unfolds of like, there's something more. I just feel like as you're going through it, it doesn't feel like it's all it's cracked up to be. And I feel like you find something else because you got the Hermit card here, which is kind of this stepping back and connecting higher and getting some clarity about what you want and where you want to go. And you even have the Eight of Swords, which is here's this reflection going on here, which is this you know questioning these things that have been blinding me, making me feel bound and held back and trapped. Because you've got this Ten of Swords, which is, letting go of the supposed to's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's. And the Seven of Wands is like, I'm not asking permission to shine. I'm not dimming my light. I got to be me, and I'm going to shine bright. And that's what I kind of feel like this as you're going through it. You're like, huh, I kind of feel overly restricted. I feel like there's a lot of rules, and that as you get into it, it almost feels like, huh, this is all it is? I thought it was going to be more. And then, like, not that you were promised like positions or like there's this growth, there's all of this and that. I feel like things kind of either were overstated or things change, like whatever, where they're not able to offer as much or something. But I just feel like I feel like it's a change in you though. And then then once you have this change inside of you and you start looking into something that's more like a dream come true, more like something that is makes your heart sing and makes your heart feel full. It's not something that makes your mind satisfied, makes your heart satisfied, and your mind, but your heart is like yes. And I feel like when this Ace of Wands, this passion ignites for whatever this is that you've come upon, that you're like, oh my god, this is like my dream come true. This is what I want to do with my life, kind of thing. Then you find out that things weren't going to go so well in the where you're in training for, like they end up downsizing, or they're not able to offer as many positions as they thought they were going to be able to, or they're getting bought out by another company, blah blah blah. There's something that feels like there's something that changes, but I feel like you change first, and I feel like there's something that's bubbling inside of you. Like it would be like suddenly you're like, I want to be a nurse, or I want to be a physician's assistant, or I want to be a realtor, not a realtor. But I mean, if that's what you wanted, if it's like, oh my gosh, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it. And you are just like so excited about this change that comes in there. So interesting. It is interesting. But that's what I feel's coming through there. So we shall see, but that's, the message for that one there. And then Jeep, thank you for your additional donation here as well. Give that a love and a like, and so this is your investments in the long run. All right. And then Charlie, you'll be up after that. All right. So your investments in the long run. So let's look at investments in the long run for this year, for next year. In June, July, August, September, October, November. And this was this year. So yeah. So for the entire year, you got the Ace of Pentacles. So this would be like the December, card. Because I was like, we pulled like for the year, but then they were like, um, he wants to know it all. So we'll do that. See. So this was November, October, September, August, July, June. Okay, yeah. So those are all the next 6 months. And so the Ace of Pentacles is a good card to have for the overall one, right? Yeah, I gave for next week, and then you wanted the investments in the long run, right? And so we'll have each of the months here for the rest of the year, but the overall year one, is the Ace of Pentacles coming in here, right? So we've got boom. Next year, yeah, next year it even takes it up another notch because this is where you'll be at, and it takes you up even another level. So I like that. It feels like your investments do very well. June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah. So overall for June, yeah, there's a transformation in June, which we kind of knew that, right? It's like it's an like next week it's kind of bleh, it's like it's just there. But then I feel like there's a rebirth that happens and the last 2 weeks of June. So that just tells us the overall energy for June. July, it looks like you might be taking some taking a different route on some of the investments and with new information. I feel like that sounds familiar, like we might have talked about that before in the past. Too, it feels familiar, feels like a confirmation. You do kind of just go, all right, you know what? So I'm going to take some of this. I'm going to try this, and I feel like you do kind of alter some of your investments in July. August. Oh yeah, August, trust your gut and your instincts. Queen of Cups here is, this she's very in tune with her um, her emotions and trust her gut and instincts. So really trust your gut in August. September, balance your head and your heart in September. So I feel like things balance out. And um, let's see, this is October. October, Five of Cups is a movement of lower vibration to higher vibration. So I feel like there's some good movement that happens in October with that. In November, Nine of Pentacles, boom, boom, boom. So it looks like November is a great month where this kind of represents financial independence a little bit. But it is definitely a rewarding and beneficial type of card that comes in that there. So I like that. It feels like overall, the months where it says trust your gut, trust your instinct, don't make sudden moves, just really go, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. Will you become a millionaire in Swedish Corona? Let's see here. Wow. Well, I feel like a lot of it has to do with your energy. I mean, you've got Queen of Wands, the Magician, the Sun card, and then the Page of Swords. I feel like you learn a lot here, and I don't know if you necessarily become a millionaire, but I do feel like with all this energy, there's great possibilities for great. The Sun card is one of the most abundant cards, so there is definitely possibilities of great success. Um, I don't know if you moved to another country, would you change your investments to that country? Maybe it's not Swedish krona. Maybe it's a different like you move your investments to be in a different to a different country, maybe. Yeah, you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. It's all about the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So, it's definitely um, trusting the journey, and the Five of Pentacles on the bottom. All about that, being aware of our energy around lack and gratitude, right? Managing our energy. All right. So that's what they have for that one there, Jeep. If you do become that millionaire, don't forget us. All right. So that's what we have for you there. I'm just joshing. All right. And then oh, it's one. Oh, that's all it is. It's only 100,000. All right, I get you. All right. So Charlene, you are up next. So thank you so much for your donation via the Cash App. And you want to know any important messages from anyone on any kind of messages that you may need to hear today. You don't mind from which in the spiritual or celestial realms or your family or ancestors, but please let me know which and where the messages come through for me. All right. So you don't care where they come through, but you just want to know where they're coming through from. All right. Um, where do they want to go? Where are you taking me? Okay. Where are those cards? They're telling me to go to. Oh, here they are. I was like, where are? Oh, here's the box, but where are the cards? Oh, it's underneath here. That's why they were drawing me over there. I don't see the cards there, but it's because they're outside of the box already. All right. So we're going to use the Voices of the Souls Oracle. And the messages that they have for you here, Charlene, are there's going to be 3 messages in the card. One comes from your soul, your higher self. One comes from your spirit guides, and the other one comes from an entity on the other side, which would be a loved one who's gone to the other side that you knew in this realm. So let's take a look here and see. What message do you have from Miss Charlene? Nope, not those. Okay. They said they'll make it very obvious, so all right. All right, that one right there. So what do we have coming in here? So we've got physical pain here, card number 29. Let's see what we have here. So the message from your higher self or your soul says, you don't listen to your physical body. You ask your physical body to go along with you. You don't listen to its own rhythm. And by not listening to it, you don't listen to me. Your physical body may be trying to express itself through tension or unpleasant feelings. And the point is not to bother you, but to help you pay attention. So take some time to listen to your body, become aware of your sensitive areas, and develop an understanding of the discomfort you may feel. Let yourself be in a new connection with your life intermediary. By scattering you in your outer life, part of you is trying to flee something, but your body is the seat of your soul. Take care of yourself, be gentle with yourself. Listen to us both so we may once again be a heroic and supportive team. I love that. And there's a great book too. If you do have anything physical, and you can just search the internet too. But Louise Hay, it's heal your body, heal something or other. Let me see. I think I have it over here. Um, yeah, here it is. You can heal your life by Louise Hay, and if you heard of that, but she's got tons of stuff on the internet. She's on the other side right now, but um, you can search like Louise Hay, emotional reason for blah, and then it'll tell you whether it's allergies or sore back or toothache, earache, whatever. It can be that. So if you have any of that, just let you know. I feel like I've been guided to tell you that. That can help you understand. It's like your it was like, you know how like when you're gonna go to Italy, and so you buy a little book of Italian. That's what it is. It's like this is the interpretation. It's the translation of the whatever's going on and what they're trying to tell you. So I like that. And then your spirit guides are telling you you are in an important grounding energy. Today, you're creating new outer foundations, and this is asking for a lot of organization from you. We invite you to listen to your body to create balance between your inner and outer worlds. The next 2 months will be important to create new foundations for yourself. Take time to ground yourself through mindfulness meditation, meditative walks, physical activities, or being in the present moment. You can also write down all you wish to accomplish and the steps you need to take to build what matters to you. The next 2 months will be rich in signs and important events. We're sending you many signs under different forms. These will especially be outer signs because we invite you to build. Trust in everything you see unfolding around you. We are here by your side. And if you make note of the timestamp, you can always come back. These are always available after the fact too. And then the entity, which is the being on the other side, is telling you that my soul was disconnected from my physical body, and I felt pain from that. Today, I am free. I no longer feel this pain. I am in unconditional love, which is just beautiful. For a long time, pain was my loyal traveling companion. I didn't think I could create a different relationship with it. The more time passed, the more I felt it deep within my flesh. Today, I want you to know that I feel much better. I want you to be in a new energy with your physical body too. So, over the next few days, pay close attention to your left hand. That is how I will make my presence known through warmth, a caress, or tingling. And I'm here so you may create a new union with yourself, so you may no longer be counseled by pain or move forward with force. I wish for gentleness to be your greatest ally. You can do it, and I'm with you to help. Yeah. Easier said than done. How exciting. I know, right? So you have you got several messages, your higher self, your spiritual posse of all your, spirit team, and then also someone, if you know who that was in pain that you knew in this lifetime that had a lifetime of pain or a significant amount of their lifetime in pain. They're here to help you have a different relationship with your pain than what they had. So, yeah, easier said than done. Um, and but our energy is what does it all, right? But it's your energy. You get to choose how easy or hard something is by our belief, right? If I believe it's um easier said than done, then it's going to be easier said than done. If I believe it's easier done than said, then boom, right? So I like that. I feel like it's about understanding the pain, and the pain can be emotional pain and not just physical pain. But I feel like they're telling you you have emotional pain inside that's been bubbling, maybe even unaware, and it's making its way out to your body because it's been in there for so long. And now you're starting to get messages from your body to point you inward so that you can release that so it doesn't come outward, right? Yeah. So I like it. Boom. You are very welcome. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Let's see here. So we left off over here. We did that. We went to there. So we got up next, we've got Infinity, and then Maria, and then No 72, and Who Are You is next after that. You're so very welcome, Charlene. Enjoy your adventure. I'm excited for you. I'm like, it's like a, you know, archaeologist that found a stone in a different language. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go find out what all this means. All right. So, Infinity, thank you for your rainbow sticker and for your additional donation. And so you said you're told there is a new person wanting a serious commitment in your uh, energy, trying to come towards you in your love life. Is this true? And who is this person? All right, let's take a look here. I feel like we're going to mix these stacks up here. I feel like we're consolidating down to 2 instead of 3. And I feel like this is your stack. All right. Just going to take another sip of my little water. Well, the arm thing is them saying that they're gonna let you know. It's like they're gonna get your attention in a bunch of different ways, and when you feel the tingling or the touching or whatever with the left, if you know who this person is that was in a lot of pain, that's gonna be them that's going to make that known to you, right? They're gonna be, um, um it's like they're getting your attention around something when it happens, and it's again, it's gonna be wherever whatever it is on your body, then you go to "Okay, what does this mean when I have numbness, I have tingling? What does it mean?" You Google it or whatever your favorite search engine is, and you find out the emotional meaning behind when this happens to your body, and that's what they're gonna be communicating with you, through that, so I like that. Right. All right. So let's take a look here. Infinity. Is it true? Is it true? Is there someone new? Wow. So the card on the bottom of the deck and the first card that came out. Like I said, I got 2 decks. And so there's this mirror here. So I feel like there is. And we even got the 2 of Pentacles, which is this mirroring energy going on here. So I definitely feel like there is an individual that is coming your way in your energetic body here. And let's take a look here and see what they are all about here, because you wanted to know. Oh, is it true? And who is this person? Okay. So let's take a look here. Is it anyone you know yet? Let's take a look. Hmm. Actually, um I feel like it's 2 people. So it's not one person, it's 2. But it's 2 different people, um, that it's almost like they're identical twins. Not that they're real identical twins. You're like, oh, stop, infinity, stop. But I feel like it's two individuals, but they both are. It's like the same person in two different bodies, so they're the kind of different personality. I mean, different. They look different and sound different and all that, but they are so much alike. And you're like, what is this about? But I feel like there's two that are there, and um, I don't. I feel like you know one of them already because you got the Page of Pentacles. So, hey, Infinity. You're like, wow, I'll take it. But you have the Page of Pentacles. And so I feel like that's someone you already know. And but I feel like they've changed. It got the Six of Swords and the Two of Wands, which so I feel like um it's like they were away and you knew them a while ago, because it's like you're kinda getting to they're coming back into your life. So I feel like one you knew before, but they've changed, so it's been a little bit since they had here, that's coming in there. The other I feel comes in out of nowhere with the Eight of Wands. It just feels like they're psh, and, they are interesting because the Seven of Wands is someone who's very, um, you know, I'm me. I'm not going to dim my light. I don't ask permission for myself. I'm unapologetically myself. But the Seven of Cups shows they're kind of trying to figure out their life too. And they're trying to, a lot of different, options in their life as far as they're trying to figure out, where do I want to live? Who do I want to be? And they're unapologetically themselves. But I still love it that they're so much alike, and you're just like, "Oh my gosh, there's two of you. One is enough," right? So I like this, for you, but I feel like they are designed to be a mirror for you, and I don't feel like you're going to have, like, this long-term relationship, and because I feel like you're going to interact with both, and you might even choose up to like, okay, no, not you, I'm going to hang out with you more. But as you do, you realize, okay, you're being this mirror. You're just here as a stepping stone towards heading down the path. So there is this person that's arriving. It's like you're hearing, now arriving train blah 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 from blah blah blah, and you're like, okay, from Dublin, here they are. And then you're like, all right. And then it's like, okay, I've learned what I've needed for this and I'm ready to move forward. And I feel like you move forward. And I just kind of feel like you guys will drift apart because you're like, okay, that's enough of that. And you learn what you want to learn, but they're stepping stones, and it was decided on purpose. Yeah, even on the bottom of this other deck, got the Two of Wands, which is it was on purpose, and it was planned here to have this because you wanted this experience. That's why you have two come in, because it's like either way you choose, you're getting the same lesson and the same mirror from both of them too, which is interesting. So that's what they have for that one, Infinity. So interesting, interesting. What an interesting evening. All right. So that is yours. And then we've got Maria. So thank you, Maria, for the PayPal. And then we'll bounce back over here to number 72. And who are you? All right. So, Maria, thank you for your donation and for the check in. So, let's take a look here. Pull from this side of the deck here and check in and see what is going on with David. All right. Did he think of you today? Oh, wow. All right. what's coming up for you and David next week. All right. All of that. All right. And then yesterday, what were his thoughts of you when you talked and of me when we talked and he saw you? Okay. All right. So that is what is going on there. All right. So bottom of the deck, we've got the seven of pentacles coming in here. And, this is, of course, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, slow movement, patience, overall energy. It's like, okay, I get it. It's not going to happen overnight, anything, so much with them there. So, well, okay. So that we know of it based on current energy. So when we asked, did he think of you today? He's been overwhelmed today. The devil card is the shaking and the rattling of the cage. I feel like they had a lot going on, a lot just trying to get so much done, so much going on. They needed to have so much uh, completed and ready and this and that. I just feel like they were so busy that they didn't think of anything else but work and what's next. What's the next task? What's the next task? It's Capricorn energy. Work, 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 and work. And then, his thoughts about you, they were fleeting and fast if there were any with the Knight of Swords. But I feel like the Knight of Swords is their mind was going too busy. So I don't feel like they really took time to think about anything outside of work. They just had so much on their plate today, it feels like. What's coming up for you guys? You've got some transition coming in here. I mean, you've got the Two of Swords, which is decisions are coming up. We've got the Five of Cups, which is movement from lower vibration to higher vibration. And we do have important relationship, with the Two of Cups. It's like there's this clarity that comes in here. The power of emotional choice comes in. And it really is, the Five of Cups, we have the two cups, that are here. So these two cups are the two cups here, which is the power of emotional choice. And I get to decide. And the Two of Swords is I get to decide the story that unfolds and what things mean. And I feel like there's just with this patience card coming in here, I just feel like things are taking their good old time. Things are kind of, you know, um, very overwhelmed with for them. And that's why I feel like things just the storm has to kind of settle down on their end, and they have to gain clarity around what they're wanting from relationships and emotions and different things like that too, right? um his thoughts of you when you guys saw and saw each other. I mean, we had the King of Swords. They were very much in their head. This is double part, thinking in their minds. But, we have the Two of Cups again there and the Wheel of Fortune. So, there is this thinking and this, hmm, you know, I wonder, you know, I wonder what it'd be like. And, you know, they see that um I don't know, this Wheel of Fortune is spinning in their head too about abundance and movement and all this stuff. So I feel like that there's the cranks are going in their brain, right? But still the abundance thing is such an important piece of this for them. I feel like they've worked so hard to get where they're at that I feel like they've got these traps in their head and we've got this um like cages that keep their heart from going anywhere because they're like, we're not getting get in trouble. And so I feel like there's thoughts and all that's up there. So there is that, that's above there. So hopefully that makes sense. But I do, the underlying patience. It's like, yeah, 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 I get it, that kind of thing. So that's what they have there for you, Maria. So hang in there. They got to figure their stuff out. All right. So many, many blessings to you. Thank you again for the donation. All right. And then no 72. Thank you for answering who are you's question there too. I appreciate that. Let's give your donation some love and a like, and thank you so much for that. And celebrate your fifth super on live stream. Thank you for letting me be that. You want to know how will your first date go tomorrow? Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. Let's take a look here. Let me give that two shuffles. All right. So based on current energies, all right. How is your first date going to go? All right. Will there be a second date? We will find out. Dun 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 dun. Super nervous. Oh, I like it. All right. What about this? All right. All right. Neth, you got uh, great communication with the Ace of Swords. You got the Six of Swords, movement of communication, leaving behind old ways of thinking, new ways of thinking, leaving choppy waters to calmer waters, and peace of mind, mental stability. So, very positive cards here for communication coming in here. So, I really like that. Feel like you guys are gonna have some great conversations and when you have even numbers, the aces are great, by themselves, but when you get an even number like a 4 and a 6, it's equal. It's equal, going back and forth. Yeah, so I like that. And then you have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So, you know, there's this um nice little I feel like the Queen of Cups is like your energy, like, you are very empathic, you can feel emotion, you express emotion, you can pick up emotion, and so you pick that up, and I feel like they're a fiery personality. Are they like, in a fire sign? Because this Knight of Wands feels they're very passionate and very I feel like they feel very attracted with a lot of physical attraction and energetic attraction with you. And I feel like you have emotional attraction to them right off the bat. So I feel like there's good chemistry between the two of you because, there's a fine line between passion and emotion. They can be, both. December 20th. Okay, so that's like on the verge of Sagittarius and Capricorn. So there's some fire energy there, but also Capricorn. So that explains all the swords. Well, I mean, they're big thinkers, Capricorns. So they're on the cusp, right on the cusp. Yeah, and they're a um, winter solstice baby, moving from fall to winter. So, so that's probably their Sagittarius energy kicking in here along with that. But there's a nice um balance between the two, and it depends on the rest of his chart too. I mean, he could have a lot of fire in there for all you know. Um, it's too early to ask him for his hour of his birth. Where were you born? What time? What year? Just check in on your energies. But it feels very good here, though. I feel like there's a great chemistry. Both you feel emotionally, they feel it energetically, and passion. That draw. But you guys have great conversation and fluent communication too. So I like that. Yeah. So I like it. I like it. I like it. It looks um I don't have any concerns with any of that at all. You can, so this is how you can do it. Yeah, I'm usually very energetic in the evening because I was born in the evening. When were you born? Do you find that that has to do with your when you were born? I'm just kidding. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fall into the trap. All right, but that's what they have for you there. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Let the fears go. Right. And I like that you got the on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which tells you, there's this great message of whatever unfolds in our life is always for us. And sometimes our human goes, how is that for me when something happens? When the Wheel of Fortune comes out, it's our humans on board going, I understand how this is for me. So it feels very fortunate and very blessed. So I like this. I feel like it's going to be a great first date. So yeah, it feels very go enjoy it. Go enjoy who they are and just know that if for some reason something happens and they don't, then it's like thank you. Like you ever hear that old country song, Thank God for Unanswered Prayers? We can trust that if whatever's meant for us never passes us by. So if something gets taken away and some removed out of our path, they're like, "Mm-mm, yeah, that was a landmine ready to blow up, and we just removed that out of there for you. Thank you." you know, so we can trust that. All right. So that's what they got for you. So thank you again for your donation, and I'm glad you feel better and enjoy your adventure. All right. And then the last donation for right now is who are you? So thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like. And all right. And you want to know what's in the works for you? All right. Let's take a look here and we'll see what spirit wants you to know. What is afoot? You are welcome and hello. So, what does spirit feel you need to know right now that's in the works in your life here? You're welcome. No, no, 72, number 72. All right. So they wanted that one. They wanted that one, but they want. All right. They have to be very careful here. They want these two, and then they want that one. And then the other one went to hide, but he's right here. There he is. Okay. All right. Let's see what these are. So you've got two and then 111 and then two cards. So that's very nicely formatted. It's like one and then another one and then two and two. Bottom of the deck, you got the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands tells you here that you hold the power in your hands here, literally, and in your magic wand here. You have the Queen has the black cat, which the Queen rules over energy and spiritual energy, and also the cat is the cups energy that all the water that all queens get. So there's this empathic ability. So there's a lot of wonderful energies that come in with here, but the biggest thing is that it's very powerful. Whatever we focus our energy in is what we draw in. So what's in the works is dependent a lot on the energy that you're putting out and what you're focusing on. The Queen of Wands with that magic wand in her hands tells us, when I focus in on my things that I hate, I draw more of that towards me because I'm telling the universe, I enjoy hating this. Can I have some more? Also, if I focus on what I fear will leave my life or I fear will come in, I repel it or I draw it in. The stuff that I fear will leave, I repel it. The stuff I fear will come in. I'm all, hello, come here. And I'm drawing it with my energy. Same thing with what I feel like I'm missing. I tell the universe I enjoy missing things. Can you push things further away so I can miss them more? Same with wanting energy. If I'm wanting something, I'm telling the universe I enjoy wanting, but that means I can't have it because then my wanting stops. So that pushes it away too. So being aware of our energy, and that we are drawing in the, things to us, but I can change it too. And so if I change my energy and I start focusing on gratitude and unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, I draw in things that match that vibration. Like attracts like. Okay. So that's the underlying energy. They want to let you know that you are so much more in control of what comes in and out of your life, because you're not a baby in a baby seat in the back of the car, and you're at the wherever whoever the driver is taking you. No, you're in the driver's seat of the bus with your spiritual posse behind you, excited about where are you taking us next, and the creators in the passenger seat saying, "Tell me where you want to go. I'll plug it into the nav system." We are the ones that are driving our lives in such huge ways. So I like that. All right, so let's start at the middle card here, and you have the Five of Cups. So there is a transformative type of energy around emotion coming in here for you, moving from lower vibration to higher vibration. So I feel like whatever is unfolding in your life and in the works, it's bringing you awareness around your emotional choices and realizing I'm the one that chooses my emotions, no one else. We can make it easier or harder for each other to choose lower vibrational fear energy or higher vibrational unconditional love and joy energy. But ultimately, we are all the only ones that can choose our emotion. And it doesn't feel like a choice sometimes because we've been inundated and conditioned so much that opinion of when that happens, this is how you're supposed to feel, we've taken on as truth and rules and habit, but we can change that if we want. And I feel like there's a change of habit of what emotions you choose in your life. And I feel like that's what's in the works. And then we'll look at so that's the one card in the middle. And then you have one card and one card. Let's see what those are here. Yeah, literally changing to Ten of Cups, emotional joy and overflowingness. Page of Cups, a higher self love as well. So this is great energy. I mean, literally, it's the changing in there, all the cups. So exactly as I was just saying, without even knowing what those cards were, we know that you're have this ability to change to choose joy in situations where you would normally have chosen a lower vibrational type of energy that's rooted in fear. And part of this, what's coming in here, what helps you transform is you're realizing the emotion of the outside world is lower vibrational, right? We're in a giant amusement park full of fear rides, and the higher vibrational love that we're looking for, that's true and um, not temporary. It's eternal and full. We find that inward and upward, and once we turn inward and upward and find that love, then we fill up and overflow, and then the love of the outside world just feels like above and beyond extra. It becomes this woohoo, wonderful, wonderful, full and overflowing energy emotionally. So you do have these opportunities that are coming your way, that are allowing you to step into your power and make your choices of your thought and belief and mindset. What story am I putting to things? What emotion am I choosing? What energy am I putting forward? What physical actions am I taking? All of that just kind of wraps around this entire little message here. Then you have two cards on the outside on either side. So we're going to go to this side first. Yeah. And here's this finding your inner love and your inner joy and feeling what makes it feel like your like dreams come true, emotional dreams come true. It's and here's this questioning the stories of the past. The Seven of Swords, swords are thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, you know, expectations, but it is the story we put in things. And the Seven of Swords is the thievery card, that which old beliefs, limiting beliefs that have stolen from me in the past and not allowed me to feel loved and feel this full because I was, again, brainwashed growing up, right? When this happens, this is how I have to feel, All right, that's in my brain. I see it. My story is I have to be upset. The emotions go along with, oh, we're going to be upset. Yep, we're going to be upset. All right, I'm upset. Um, so there is this change of the focal energy around that. And so there's this questioning of mindsets and go, is this what I want? Is this the story that I want to put to this? Because in reality, out here, outside of our brain, life just happens. It just is. It's neutral. Where a story gets assigned to it isn't out here. It's once it gets in here. We got all these stories. Oh, when that person trips and fall, it's funny. When that person trips and fall, it's dangerous. No, when that person trips and fall, it's comedy. Whatever it is, there's this. We have these stories that we all have that differ, and once we realize that that's the thing that can change, then we make that movement, right? Yeah, and here we go. Here's the Page of Swords, movement of thought, change, new ways of looking at things, higher ways of looking at things. Knight of Cups, movement of emotion. It's also the quest for higher love, for the chalice, the Holy Grail. So you definitely have in the works here, like all of this stuff is unfolding to bring to you this awareness that you are not on an out of control drama train. You're not a little baby in the baby seat being taken through life and you're at the will of the outside world. No, the world is just is. You are the one that gets to choose all of those stories and all of those things that unfold there. And there's a great power that comes with that. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you right now. Who are you? You're going to discover who you really are. I like it. All right. And I think that was the last of the donations. I am heading out of here in like 2 minutes, but I will be back after I spend about an hour or so with my praying Mantis members. And then I will come back and complete all free readings, be about an hour and 15 hour and a half around there. But I will come back and then I will also um, post a comment on the new stream when I come back, listing the order in which the readings are completed by name so that you can find your reading easy as well, or easier. All right, I'm just taking screenshots right now because that's the order in which I will do it when I return. And thank you guys again so much for all the donations. It's what keeps me to be able to continue to do everything that I do. So greatly appreciate that. All right. All right. So answer the question. I think that's what the whole reading was, is what's in the works for you? Is that what your question was? Because this is what's in the work. You're going to have all these variety of different experiences that are coming up for you to question. Okay, is this what I want to feel? Is this what I want, the story I want to put in there? So you're going to have these little things that are coming forward and they want to let you know that here they come. And when you start to feel a trigger, when you start to feel something come up, then you're like, oh, okay. So normally I would think this means that, but I don't. That doesn't need to mean that. Um, I don't need to feel the way I've been taught to feel. I don't need to do those things. So um, so those are the things that are going to be coming in, and I feel like they're just going to be here and here and here, and they'll start where you're going to start to see it in other, like you're going to see like 3, 4, 5 of your friends go through the same thing. So you're going to start to see it out there first, and in your dreams. So they're going to bring it in there first, because otherwise if it happens to you, you're just going to trigger. And maybe I'm just not getting your question. if you have a specific question, you can pop it down there. I mean, um, because it's like you're gonna see let's say you're gonna have 3 out of 5 of your friends who have a breakup, right? Or they lose their job, or they're gonna have these type of situations where normally, they're, that way. They're well, I'm sorry you feel that way. All right. Well, thank you for your donation. All right, everybody. I am headed off. I will be back for to complete out the free readings, and I will be back. So thank you guys again, and remember, every second of every day of your life that you truly are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love, and enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world, and we'll see you soon.